All right, hey guys, good morning. So my name is Tim, and I founded a company called Digmobi, and we are a sustainable sunglasses brand. Normally I would do this with Robbert as well, but he had to go to a tropical island to do the photo shoot for our new sunglasses collection, so he's very sorry that he couldn't be here, but no worries, he's fine. He's probably having a beer by the pool, or I don't know. So chance, I think for us as a company, chance is literally at the core of what we do. We sort of see a chance or a opportunity where others just see waste. But I mean, also for me personally, I think it's been quite the opportunity to start doing something that I feel really passionate about. And before I did this, I started a online digital agency, and I know after a few years I was kind of sort of feeling miserable about doing that sort of work, and I actually found myself on my bike going home at night, sort of asking myself, why am I still doing this? And I was just getting really sort of frustrated with the work I was doing, which wasn't good for the company, but it also wasn't good for me as a creative person. I was really getting frustrated and actually getting more and more unhappy as time goes. And so for me, it was literally an opportunity to sort of break free from that and find something that I actually enjoy doing. So I was lucky enough to sort of have saved up some money and go on a surf trip to sort of find out what I wanted to do with my life. And there's actually a photo of me surfing on a trip I took in 2012. I went to Central America for half a year. And I think me and my business partner Robbert, we share a passion for water sports. He sails a lot, I surf a lot, and doing so, especially the last sort of 6 years, I've been traveling around the world to sort of find awesome places to surf. And apart from seeing epic waves, there was also some other thing that I noticed on beaches everywhere I went, even the most remote islands, and it's plastic waste lying on beaches everywhere. And this is actually a photo I took on the island Bali in Indonesia. Has anybody ever been to Bali here? Have you guys seen the waste on the beaches every morning? Well, I mean, it's a very sad thing, and basically we sort of wondered, what if we sort of found a new use for our plastic waste, and see if we can steer towards finding a positive solution. So, this thing we probably know about the plastic soup. Has anybody heard about the plastic soup? Yeah, right. Everybody here. So I won't elaborate on that too much. But we had this idea to, what if we made sunglasses and high quality sunglasses out of plastic waste, which was a cool idea, but it was also a problem because as we learned along the way, you need a very specific type of plastic to make a high quality pair of sunglasses. And that type of plastic is called acetate, which obviously isn't like floating around everywhere for us to sort of scoop up and produce our sunglasses. And in fact, if we were to use sort of random plastic waste, the result would be a brownish, ugly, sort of fragile pair of sunglasses. And instead of trying to solve or instead of solving a problem, you would actually be contributing to more waste, which you would make a product that nobody would want to buy. So we had to sort of find another approach, and we started thinking, what if we used a biodegradable plastic, which is of high quality, and sort of not make the problem of plastic waste any bigger for now, and then use a percentage of our revenue with a few partners to sort of research and find ways to make our dream to make high quality sunglasses out of plastic waste possible in the near future. So we hit a few challenges along the way, and I think every adventure has some challenges, and so did we. And one of the major sort of challenges when we sort of first tried to find out things about manufacturing and stuff was that we had zero experience. It's not really there, but you can imagine. So we had never ever designed a pair of sunglasses before. We knew nothing about the manufacturing process. We have just only learned that the frames are made from acetate and not just some normal plastic. But we also had zero money, which is also a very big problem if you start a business. But let me first talk about our zero experience. To gain experience, we reached out to, probably the most widely known social professional network around, which is LinkedIn. And we searched LinkedIn to find experienced eyewear designers that we spoke to on Skype. And there were actually 3 people from the UK for some reason that we spoke to. And we were really amazed that we sort of reached out to people that we have never ever met before in our lives, and they helped us. They sort of literally brought our manufacturing line to our doorstep, because they sort of told us about a huge trade show for the optical branch, which was the Silmo in Paris. It's basically like the RAI here in Amsterdam, only then 10 times the size, filled with manufacturers, suppliers, brands, everything you could possibly imagine for our summer line of work. And not only did he tell us about this trade show, he also gave us a list of manufacturers that were attending with the contact details of the people working in those companies. So it was that we were so amazed that that if you reach out to people, they will actually help you. And that was for us sort of the base of where we sort of started our company on. So we had experience, or at least some sort of experience, and we went to the show in Paris, and we spoke to manufacturers, and we found a awesome factory in Italy that could produce our sunglasses. We found Zeiss, which is a lens company from Germany that produce our lenses. And we also found a company called Mazzucchelli, which is basically the largest acetate producer in the world, also from Italy. And they had recently been developing a bioacetate, which was basically the perfect solution for our problem, because we needed a biodegradable material. But this wasn't just plastic, it was acetate, the sort of material that is used to make sunglasses. But it was fully biodegradable, so all our sort of dreams sort of started to become real at that moment. So from our zero experience to some experience, we came to our next problem, the zero money issue, which was, if you want to sell sunglasses, you have to make sunglasses. But if you want to make sunglasses, you need money. And we had none, because we spent it all on beer and surfboards, probably. But so we tried to find out, okay, how can we get money? We looked for banks, but a bank wouldn't talk to us because we had nothing to show for. We had no securities, basically. So we went towards crowdfunding. And we launched a campaign last March, and I'll show you the video. I think it's a process that started many years ago. I'm going on several circuits and seeing the plastic pollution with my own eyes. I wanted to see if we could make something positive out of plastic. I called Robbert and said, well, why not start a sustainable sunglasses brand?
I started drawing, cut them out of cardboard and fitted them on frames. Not all the feedback was positive in the beginning. It helped us to build towards the final models. And now we have the prototypes and they came out beautifully. Yeah, we're just really happy. The cool thing about our sunglasses is that it's made out of M49. It's an innovative new plastic made out of renewable resources. The temples have a strong wire core. We use quality 5-barrel hinges and premium size lenses. And I believe we have found the balance between high quality and sustainability. We want to work with a certified architect because we want to work with an organization that has experience but also has like-minded people.
And 10% of our revenue will be used with them to see if we can improve the bright future of plastic in the ocean. It's been an epic adventure so far, but we need your help. Check out our work, and one of the first to wear our sunglasses. So yeah, we launched the campaign in the beginning of March on Indiegogo, and 1 month later it worked out. You know, we managed to pre-sell 500 pairs of sunglasses and raise almost 40,000 euros to start our production, which just was like, you know, it was like such a big amount of money for us. Like, oh my God, you know, this is really going to happen, and yeah, and from there on it did happen. You know, so the first thing we did was we placed an order with our Italian factory, and then we flew to Italy. This is Italy, and basically I'm just going to show you some photos from inside the factory of how the things are actually produced. So this here is like stacks and stacks of acetate that they then chop up in small pieces, which you see here. Then they go into these sort of milling CNC machines that sort of mills out the frames. This is Robbert trying to pretend he knows what he's doing, but we knew nothing at the time. We were sort of learning, I guess, but it was good. And then, yes, there's like a bunch of some quality controls. Then they go into these sort of barrels that rotate, and they have these little small wood chips inside of them to polish the frames and to make sure that they're nice and shiny and nice, sort of some roundish. And yeah, so basically that's the production process. And this guy is, I know what he's doing. He's probably doing something good, I guess. So yeah, so then we got our first batch of sunglasses in early July, and we started selling them through a few shops in the Netherlands and Belgium. And then we were picked up by a shop in Paris called Colette, which is a really nice shop. So that was awesome. And this shop has a sort of huge following on social media, and they posted a photo of our sunglasses on Instagram. And then within 2 months, this happened. And we were sort of completely sold out, selling in over 11 countries worldwide. And we didn't know what to do. You know, it was like sort of an amazing thing that happened to us. And I think the reason that it worked out so fast and that our product was received very well is, of course, because we have a nice product, I think, but also because, you know, we sort of don't follow the hype of sustainability. You know, we don't show some sort of images in our marketing. We really, you know, and this even more horrifying is that, you know, like these images, you know, even though they are true and it's horrible, and we should definitely sort of find solutions for this. You know, we sort of try to. I'll just go back to this one. We just know we sort of try to steer towards positivity. You know, because we believe that through a positive message, we can actually sort of start thinking towards solutions. And you know, for us, I think sustainability should be in the DNA of the product, and it should always be about the quality of the product. I think that's the most important thing. And sustainability is part of that product. You know, it's part of the DNA of the quality that you produce. And we want to compete with our competitors based on our product and not on our wrapping or our packaging. You know, I think that for us is a sort of vital sort of instrument that we use in our company. I think that's also the reason why it was picked up and we were thrown into a sort of world atmosphere. So back to chance, I guess, to round it up. I think it's important to sort of stay naive enough to think that you can sort of change something, because if you do, then you might actually be able to change something. And I think I want to leave it at that. Thank you.